Alright, so it's probably gonna take a while before um anyone start coming in. I got a late start off today because sorry. Once I do this live, I'm not gonna delete it, right? But I decided that I'm gonna start doing lives every Sunday between 12 to 3 Eastern Standard Time. I got a pretty late start today because I had a lot going on. Like mentally, I had quite a few things going on, and I'm using this year to correct all of those things that I have going on mentally that I feel like is holding me back a lot as it relates to my growth. Because if things are not good with you mentally, then emotionally and physically everything starts to suffer. So me now deciding that I'm not gonna let this be the death of me, like the end of me, and I'm gonna push through and do what I gotta do. I decided that I'm gonna come on anyways, even though it's outside of the hours that I said I was gonna come on. I was going to um put in the community that I was gonna be on late, but I'm like, nah, let's not. Let's not. Just go live, and if someone comes in, then they come in. If they don't, then they don't. It is what it is. But yeah, hi, welcome. So for this live stream, I want to talk about abusive customers. We're gonna dip a little bit into where I'm at mentally, and we're just gonna dip a little bit into me personally, and we're gonna talk about abusive customers. So first, to start off with me, um, I've been finding myself in a little ditch every single month. I've been finding myself in a little mental ditch where I start to feel like nothing is going the way that I want it to go. I start to feel depressed. I start to feel, hi, love, how are you? Wait, oh, okay. Well, what do you do to deal with rude customers? Yeah, I just came on. I just came on. I'm gonna try and do live broadcast between 12 and I'm gonna set 2 times now. Right, I'm not gonna log in for twice, but if you don't see me between 12 and 3, then I'm gonna come on between 6 to 8 thereabout in the nights. But I'm definitely gonna be doing lives on Sundays. And I was in a mental space where I wasn't really feeling like doing lives. So just coming on and doing it, I kind of pushed to do it. Okay, so this is something that you yourself deal with and you get turned off and rude to customers. I was at that point where I would get turned off and I would get really, I usually keep them out. So what I do when I just started, especially broadcasting, because when I'm live, I never had a rude customer. Never have I ever. They just come in and they request what they're requesting, and if I'm not willing to give it to them, then they bounce. If I don't have what they need available, then they bounce, because some people want a group audience and I don't have that, so they will bounce. So I've never dealt with rude customers until um around December, no, November 2021. 2021. And that's when I started dealing with rude customers. And that's the same time that I started broadcasting on sites like Tango, because these customers want you to bend over backwards and they don't want to give you any money to bend over backwards. They're asking you to do things that they can't, you won't even do it if they're paying you to do it, but then they're asking still without giving you any compensation. And when I just logged on to Truffle, someone came on out of the blue, just made some kind of slur. I just blocked that person. Before, I used to get snippy and I used to respond to them, and it used to affect my entire mood in my entire broadcast. And that can take a toll on you, because that push away money. Because if you get angry at a customer and how many other customers are coming in, you will have some customers who are here for it. They're laughing, they're kikiing it up and say, yeah, girl, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, he's a bum, whatever. But then you have other customers, probably even a high paying customer, that finds it to be a real turn off and leave. How I deal with that now is I don't even acknowledge them. If they say something rude, I don't say anything to them. I just go straight in, I block it, and I continue on with the day. Sometimes it does get to me, but then I keep having to remind myself that, hey, we're here to get the money. We're not here to feed into this broke ass trick. Because really, they're there because they are asking you for these things because they're broke and they don't have any money, and you're not reciprocating. And to be honest with you, you have girls who are on these sites who are doing the most for nothing at all. So they think that every female should be doing the most for absolutely nothing. And that's just not me. I'm not gonna do the most for a couple $100. Why am I gonna be doing the most for free? You know? Like, shut the fuck up. So for me, I had to create a shift. And once I created that shift, that's when I was able to manage it more. But what I did was I stepped away from the platforms for a while. I stepped away to recuperate myself. Because when I came on, I realized I was making money. And then all of a sudden, the money that I'm making starts going down, and you have people coming in being rude, and I'm responding to them. Well, you broke ass, da 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 da. Get out my life, da 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 da. If you don't want to see this, don't come here, blah da 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 da. And it shifted the energy and the entire mood of the room. So now you're getting people who are coming in just to hear the trash you talking, but they're not going to pay you anything. They're not going to gift you. They're not going to tip you. They're not going to do anything. They're just watching and laughing. And then the person who actually wants to spend on you, they come in and they get turned off by that persona, by that personality, even though it was somebody irritated you and you were provoked. So I took a couple months, I think a month and a half away, and I just did not, and this was back in 2022. It was in around March of 2022 that I took a step back and I took a breather, and then I decided to come back, and I made a plan before I went back into broadcasting on these apps and websites. Because I've always cammed, like I said, on I'm Live, because I never had the issue before. Never had an issue with someone being rude. So when I was getting it, I was flabbergasted because it was very new to me. Like, Why are you being you are on a adult site. Why do you need to be like this? We didn't build any persona to say this is what you like and this is what you don't like, so let's see if we can work with it. I never get. Oh, but broadcasting, you do get newcomers. Sorry about that. I was getting called. But broadcasting, you do get newcomers in broadcasting when you broadcast. People pop in all the time. That's how you get discovered. That's how you're able to build your following. But what you don't want to do is somebody to pop in and see you arguing with somebody, because then they're like, oh, this person is too ratchet for me. Or, oh, this person, nah, this is not the mood. This is not what I'm after. I'm here looking for somebody that I can chill with, probably have a smoke with. I don't smoke, but, you know, probably have a nice little encounter with. I'm looking for that. And to see you to come in and be like, you broadcast, blah, 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 get out my face, blah, 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 da, 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 da. For you to be in ramping off like that, then as the outsider coming in, I don't know what he did or what he said to provoke you, but I'm going to be like, nah, this is not an energy. I'm just going to move to someone else, right? I'm not going to care because I'm here to spend my money, so I'm going to move to someone else. So after I took my break, I mentally rearranged myself because I realized that I was getting into a toxic space, a toxic mental space that I needed to come out of. So I took a month and a half. You don't have to take any breaks. You can probably take a day or two or a week if you want to, just to gather your thoughts together and smooth out how you're going to do it. So this is my now solution to this problem. Whenever someone comes in and they're really rude, I'm laughing, I'm giggling with the people who have these tons of amazing comments saying, oh, you're so pretty, oh my god, da 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 da. You know, some people will come in, show your titties, blah blah blah. Some people will come in and say stuff like that. People who come in and say stuff like that, I ignore them. I don't let that inch me at all. I get it. You want to see some free tatas and you're going to say to see if I'm going to do it. So you're going to do that. Whatever. I don't block that person. I don't kick that person out. But if you're going to come at me and be disrespectful, I'm not even going to respond. I'm just going to smile. I'm going to be like, yeah, I'm not responding to you. I'm just looking at the other persons who are coming. Oh, thank you. And I'm smiling. Or if I'm dancing, because I'm on one broadcast where sometimes I will get up and I'll dance to whatever song. It depends on how I feel. Or I'll just lay there and sleep. I don't. So while I'm this, if someone else is talking to me while I'm chopping it up with that person who is actually being respectful, I just lean forward on my screen like this, and I just block the person who is being rude. And then the remainder of the people in there, guys, please remember this live is to be respectful. I would really appreciate it. And then you just continue on along your way. You just don't acknowledge the person at all. They get booted out. They don't know why they get booted out. They didn't even realize that they were getting booted out, and then they realize they don't have any more access to you. They're gone. They're donezo. So that's what I do. I don't respond to them. I don't say, oh, that's mean, I'm blocking you. I don't be like, these are all the things I used to do. I don't be like, oh, you want something to blah, 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 blocked. I don't do none of that no more. I just laugh and carry on with the people who are being nice, and then just block and delete the ones that aren't being respectful. That's what I do. That's how I go ahead and I make sure that it helps me to maintain my mental health. It helps me to remain calm, and I walk away making money. The worst thing you can do to somebody is ignore them. When you ignore somebody, that's the biggest insult you can give to a person, is ignore them. Can you imagine you're talking to me or you're arguing with me and I'm ignoring you? think about how that feels for a second. Think about when you're dealing with somebody and they're ignoring you, acting like you don't even exist, acting like they don't see what you say. How does it feel to be ignored? It's way more disrespectful than if you started cussing and acting a fool. So I don't I just don't acknowledge them, and then I block and delete them. This is one of the reasons why I said that on the broadcasting, I wish that we had the ability, like Truffle and other broadcast site like that. I wish we had the ability to like block countries, because one of the countries I would for sure block is India, because that's where a lot of the most disrespectful male energy comes from, is India. So I would just block them. I block the country. When it comes to my campsite, I block the country India, point blank, period. I don't care. Like, I do talk to Indians. I do have great conversation with Indians, but they're like Indian American, or an Indian that lived in India but moved overseas to another country like Europe or something. So they develop another culture. They are in another culture. They're immersed in another culture. So their original thoughts and way of thinking, that starts to change. And with that change, oh, it blocked your comment that you put up. Let me see what it says. Right, they are rude. Yeah, you have a lot of people that are requesting. You would have a lot of people who would request more than you would be willing to give. But at the end of the day, you need to stay true to you. Not because you'd be like, oh my God, I'm not making any money, maybe I should do this. No, don't stoop that low, because then at the end of the day, you're going to be like, is it really worth it though? How are you going to feel after you do it? If you're completely fine doing it, then by all means do it. But if you're gonna be like, oh my God, like if you're gonna be cringe doing it and you're gonna be cringe after doing it, don't do it. No amount of money is worth you doing something that you are not okay doing. So what I need people to understand is that you're gonna have slow days and you're gonna have fast days, and not because you have a slow period. Your slow period could be a month, it could be 2 months, it could be 3. Girl, I've had slow period for nearly 6 months, especially when I just started back camming, because I have my account from way back when, and I started using it like 5-6 years later. So when I go on, I'm not on nobody's watch list, nobody's nothing. I have to build myself up from scratch. And even now today, I probably have a week or 2 week where I make zada, zilch, nothing, blank, zippo, nothing at all. Hold on. I would make absolutely nothing on for a week, 2 weeks, sometimes maybe even a month. I would make camming. That's the reason why I have so many things going. I have my broadcasting and I have my texting, because at the end of the day, something got to make me this money. Plus, when I do make money, I save my money. I don't be like frivolous with it all the time. I used to be, but now I'm clink clink. I'm locked down on my cash. So yeah, do not do anything you're not feeling okay with doing. Only go to the limit that you're okay going. Money will come. And then and this is it, after I've had like a blank week or a blank month, the following month, baby, or the following week, whatever it is, sometimes I don't even know how to handle these calls. They just keep, I'm like, ooh, hold up. It's crazy. And then you can go from making nothing for a full month to making $500 in one day. So it's like, you just gotta know how to balance your finances when you do that, and you gotta know your crowd will come to you. You just have to make sure that you build, and that's one of the things I keep saying: build rapport, build rapport. Once you build rapport, your customers will come. Once you stay true to yourself, true to who you are, true to the type of entertainment you're willing to provide, whether that is sexual or non-sexual, whether it comes in femdom or it comes in the girl next door or it comes with toys and kitty play and all that. Kitty as in cat, because I don't want it to think like I'm saying kid. It's kitty. Um, so whether you want to do kitty play or you whatever it is, stay true to that. And if someone wants like a different personality from you, most of the times my experience with that is when I'm camming, a lot of the guys will message me in free message first, asking me if I'm okay doing this persona. And at that point, I would say, yes, I am, or no, I'm not doing that, baby. Like one time, one person wanted me to dress up like a little girl. And I'm like, no, a 10-year-old girl? No, you crossing the line, baby, no. And then you have other people that be like, oh, do you mind berating me, making me feel small? I'm like, yeah, I can definitely do that. I have no problems with that. You can come in. But I don't say it like that, of course. I'm going to be like, if they ask me to berate them, I'm like, sure, come on in and let's get it popping. Or I would say something along the lines like, if you truly want this, then your ass would have been in here by now. Then I start getting demanding right out the gate. So if somebody wants me to be berating, I start berating them and telling them what I want to do right out the gate, so that they just pop into my life like, oh, this show is about to get started. Let me get into her cam show. But I'm not gonna do any child play, nothing. We're not gonna do that. I'm not comfortable with that. That's not where we're at. That's where we draw the line. But if someone is really being ignorant, someone is really being rude, I just ignore them altogether. I don't pay attention to it. I don't let it get on my nerves, because you are the desperate one. You're the one that's on a schmeck site, trying to get a woman to do free shit for you because you don't have a woman in your real life that is willing to do anything for you. So who's more pathetic? Broke ass you or me that is here providing the entertainment? I'm not going to let your vibe ruin my day. And I really had to do a change of mindset and be like, listen, we're not going to be arguing with nobody. We're not going to be shifting the mood. We're going to be playing music. We're going to be dancing. We're going to be laughing. We're going to be chopping it up, talking about whatever we want to talk about. And I'm going to, if someone comes in and they're rude, I'm just going to delete them. I'm not telling them that I'm deleting them. I'm not acknowledging their messages. I'm not nothing. If someone comes in and they're throwing out, oh, let me see your titties. Oh, take your clothes off. Oh, this. If somebody comes in and start throwing those messages out there, I don't respond to those either. I ignore them. So it's either they're going to pop out and pop back in. I have people will ask that, and I'm like, no, I don't do meetups. People ask me and I'm like, no, I don't do meetups. I don't even beat around the bush. I'm like, I don't do meetups. Like, if you come in, I don't know you. What the hell are you talking about? We don't have a connection. We don't be chopping it up. You ain't spent a couple $1,000s on me. Why are you asking to meet up with me? You don't take care of me. You don't pay my bills. You don't be like, ooh, I'll be your sugar daddy. Don't tell me about no meetups. Like, I don't do meetups. I don't do meetups. I have people who ask me about meetups, and I just tell them point blank, I don't do meetups. I don't care what you say, and if you want to get all oopsie about it, I'm gonna cut you off. Now, if it's a case where it is somebody that has been a regular customer of yours and they're talking about meetups, just drag it out, blow it off. I do it every day with texting, which is one way that I come up with an excuse as to why you can't do it. As long as it's someone that you keep pumping money out of. But if you're not getting nothing out of him, hell no, go. I'm not gonna even look at you as, oh, you potentially have money. You don't have no money. You broke. You broke, bro. I'm not gonna do that. So no, I don't. I tell them right out the gate, we're not gonna do meetups. But like I said, if it's someone that I been chatting with and we've been having a conversation and he been spending consistently, but I know I don't want to meet him, I'd be like, I'll draw it out. Oh, would you like to meet me? Can we meet up? You want to take me out for coffee? You want to take me out for dinner? You want to take me out for this? Yeah, I want to do that. Well, if you're gonna do that, you're gonna have to make sure that you take care of me. You gotta be taking good care of me. You have to prove yourself to me first before we can even go that route. And that's how I handle that. So each time they come, baby, you haven't proven yourself to me. I'm still here. I still got a lot of things that I need to take care of, and you ain't done nothing. Right. They always want a free way of talking. Always. Always, always, always. Those are the ones you delete. You don't need them. They're not potential. They're not going to potentially do anything but waste your time. That's all they're going to do. Here's another thing. So, here's another thing. You have some sites that if a customer gets a certain type of way with you, and you do not reciprocate, like if say they ask you to show your tatas and you don't block them or kick them off, you just ignore it, they are gonna put your ratings down. So say for example, I know of the site where the customers are able to leave like a 5-star, 2-star, 3-star, 1-star rating on you, and for I'm Live, they're able to leave written reviews about you, right? But on you have a particular, and they rate you too. On all the sites, they rate you and they leave reviews about you. But some sites affects how you get paid with that ratings or reviews. So I know of this one site that they rate you in stars, and what they do is that if you are below a 4.5, they take a 60-40 cut. They get 40%, you get 60%. But if you're a 4.5 and over, you get 70% and they get 30%. So their ratings affect how you get paid. And I used to think that, wow, that's really horrible, because these dudes are so petty. They're a big bitch. They're big children. So for them to leave it in their hands to be able to give you a rating, and that determines how much money, what percentage you get, that's shitty as fuck. But hey, the site set it up so they make money. So I'm like, okay, if you're going to be a bitch, I'm going to be a bitch too. So if I decide that, okay, to enter my show, it's $1, right? And let's just say 20 coins is $1. And at 70%, 25 cents is $1. Or let's say 20 cents. At 70%, 20 cents is $1, right? However, because you have customers coming in and being an ass because you're not doing what they want you to do for free, they decide that they're going to give you a low score. So you fall below that 70%, that 70 percentile mark, right? And you're now in the 60s. What I do, I don't care. I'm getting that dollar regardless. So if I'm in 70s, I'm getting $1. If I'm in 60s, I'm getting $1. I don't care. I'm getting $1 either way. So what I would do, I would, instead of putting in 20 coins for you to enter and be able to chat with me, this is broadcasting. Instead of you having to send 20 coins to enter and have a chat with me, now you got to send me like 35 coins or 50 coins to come in, because baby, I'm not leaving without that $1. So you do what you do, you babe. You can rate me as low as you want to rate me, but in order to rate me low, I'm still gonna get $1. So it's your business if you want the site to get most of your money, but I'm not letting the site get most of my coins. So everything is hyped up, and that's what I do. So I don't even, and this is what I do in terms of someone asked the question on my last video. I should have another video up in a minute. My weekly vlog, my newest weekly vlog should be up in a minute. It's right now processing. But on my last weekly vlog for last week, someone had asked me in the comment section down below, how do you deal with abusive customers, because she has some customers that are abusive and they have this points system put in place, and this point system that they put in place, if they rate her low, she has a low ratings out there for everyone to see, and it's affecting her, you know, her ability to work well, because now you're demotivated. You're not, you know, because you know you're not going to do the shit that they want you to do for free. You know you're not going to do that. So because you know you're not going to do that, it's frustrating, because now it's like the site is saying, oh, you better do this shit for free because I need you to drive traffic to my site. And you're like, no, I'm not going to do it for free. What I had to ask myself in that moment was like, how does this rating system affect me? Okay, the rating systems affects my coins. So if I'm rated low, now I'm getting a 60% cut. But if I'm rated high, I get a 70% cut. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make it so that my 60% still equates to $1. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make it so that my 60%, my nose itches. Oh my God, my sinus is killing me. Okay. So I'm going to make it so my 60% still going to equate to $1. So if I get up to 70%, all the better. I get $1.75. All the better. And when someone comes in and decides to be an ass and bring my ratings down, I'm still making my $1 off them. So I put it in a way where it benefits me. That's one of the things I have to do. And then I ignore messages that tends to be abusive or really rude. Wait a minute. I got mosquitoes trying to eat my toes. So yeah, that's what brings me to that. And then it also messes with your mental health too, because if you decide that, okay, I'm going to try and work for this week, and I say your goal for the week is $1,000. Just say your goal for the week is 1,000. And you're like, okay, I'm trying to make this $1,000 for the week. But then you're either not getting the customers, or when you do get customers, you get people who are nasty and they're not even spending. So they're not even customers. So you get people who are nasty and not even spending. And then on top of that, you're not making the money. So that kind of shifts your mental state if you dwell on it. So what I try to do is I try to meditate on it, and I try to be like, okay, well, this is just my off day. So I have a choice. I can either log out and go to sleep, or I can go to sleep and let these bitch ass watch me sleep as I ignore them and wake back up feeling revived and refreshed to try again. Or I just come out for the entire day and just chill and start again, probably in a couple hours or the next day. So you have a couple of decisions to make. You got to do it in a way, in a manner that is best for you, that assists you more than anything else. Because at the end of the day, the only person you got is yourself. and you got to make sure that you take care of yourself. But mentally, it can become very draining and very demotivating. I know for me, sometimes I get very demotivated when it comes to YouTube, because I'm like, I'm still not where I need to be, and I've been doing this for a minute now. It's annoying. And then next minute, I'd be so excited to record, because I really enjoy recording. I really enjoy sharing what I'm learning or what I have learned with you guys. I've really enjoyed it. So it's like, but then it feels like, what's the point? Because some people, they don't even watch your videos all the way through. They just watch a portion of it, and then they ask you a question that is answered in that video that they only watch for like, what, 30 seconds, 1 minute, 3 minutes. And that can be very demotivating at times. And then to add on top of that with the whole camming, because for example, today I haven't had one cam customer today. Granted, to be honest with you, I have not logged in today, so I have not logged in today, so that's one thing. And I've been so annoyed trying to get the results to what high school my son is gonna go to. I've been so annoyed with that, because I wasn't able to get that. But it sorted out. It worked out in the end, where I spoke to his teacher, but the school that he was placed is too far away, so now I have to go through all the complications of moving him to a school that is closer. So there's just a whole bunch of things that's on my plate. I was not even gonna do a live today. I really sincerely was not gonna do a live today. But then I'd be like, no, I'm gonna commit, and I'm gonna do my live, because at the end of the day, you gotta put in the work. There's no such thing as fast money, no matter how much people try to convince you that there's such a thing as fast money. It's not. A lot of the times, you gotta invest money to make money. So, okay, how do you invest money into camming? You invest money into camming on your outfits, on your looks, on your equipment. Speaking of equipment, I need to look up I need to look up equipment for freaking my nose itches. I need to look up equipment for freaking camming, because I need a laptop with a much higher Intel Core processor than the one that I have now. I need that. I probably need to make a phone call too in order to get one. And more like how it is almost back to school time, I'm going to make a phone call so that I can get a good deal on a laptop. Because right now I need a laptop with a wider Intel Core processor than what I have, so that it can stream a lot faster and a lot better when it comes to camming and doing multiple things or multitasking on screen. But I'm going to go ahead and search for some of those. It just came to me, so I just typed it in, trying to look it up. But it didn't just came to me. It has come to me from a good while now, but I've been procrastinating on making sure that I look up the best laptop to do my camming with. And wow, it's just, I don't know, it's a lot. Like, I have a lot on my plate that sometimes I know I need to do it, but then I forget that I need to go ahead and do it, you know? And there's so many new things that I'm trying to. There's so many new things that I'm trying. And I'm biting my tongue not to tell you guys all the new things that I'm trying, because I don't want to put it out there So you can travel and use for other projects. Yes, that's one of the things too. I want my laptop to do other projects. So like right now I'm trying to log in and it says connection issue. And I know it has to do with the Intel Core processor and the space. Right. And that's the thing. When you have obligations like, prior debts that you have to take care of, it it kind of feels like it's pushing you back 12 steps because you're like, if I had this, I know I would be doing much better, but blase blase. Just pace yourself. Just breathe and pace yourself. I have to tell myself all the time, breathe and pace yourself. I'm gonna be getting I'm gonna be getting my journal soon. This is my planner. So like I use this to plan out my finances, what I owe, what I'm trying to save towards, um, my monthly, my monthly. I use this to set out my monthly intentions. Right here, I use it to set out my monthly intentions, and over here it would have like month to year, like my income, where I'm getting income from. I put this here and how much I'm getting from that. Um, my monthly goals, like things that I'm trying to achieve for the month, would go here. And then my savings tracker, so I put my savings here, what I'm saving for and how much I'm putting towards for that. Or sometimes I put what I'm saving from, where I'm taking the savings from, and putting it over here. Then over here would be the budget area. And then here is monthly budget review. This you can find this on Amazon. It's in the link in the description box down below. Any one of my videos, you can find it. I did create a journal. I haven't ordered my own journal yet because I'm trying to finish out this journal. So, but I'm gonna order my own journal that I created just to have something nice and fancy to write in. So that when I do like my meditation, because I take time out to meditate. Like I try to, if it's even before I fall asleep, I close my eyes and I imagine what my day is going to be like the next day. I imagine the purest and best of intentions for myself. Right. All right. So here's one of the things too. You can't take those slur too personal. On a campsite, you can't take that slur too personal. You have some guys that gets off by verbally abusing a woman, and you have some guys that gets off by being verbally abused. So you can't take none of that personal, to be honest with you, because this is their sick fantasy that they're trying to fulfill. Right. That's it. So this is how this helps me keep sane sometimes. This right here, Cam Doll Planner, it helps me keep sane sometimes. You can find it in the description box down below any one of my videos. It's in there. Just click on the first available video and you will see it. And I have the journal in there too, so if you want to purchase it, the hardcover is a little bit more expensive than the paperback, but personally I prefer the hardcover. Personally, I love the hardcover. But you can't take a lot of that literally when a guy says to you, you whore, you slut, you this, you that, because this is how they get off. It's their sadistic fantasy. You have to remember that. This is their fantasy. So if somebody calls you a whore, be like, and so you're gonna throw down anything for your whore? You want me to be your slut puppy? Aren't you gonna throw down something for your slut puppy? I know you got it, Big Daddy. Throw it out. You have to remember that people have sick tendencies. They have, let me not say sick. They have twisted tendencies. They have sadistic tendencies. And just as how a guy wants me to call him a slut, he wants me to tell him he's a loser. He wants me to be like, I'm going to step on your throat. He wants me to say, I'm going to crush your nuts with my balls. Right? He wants me to tell him to be like, you have such a little dick. Look at that little ass dick. What you gonna do with that? Oh my god. Look at it. It's so, oh my god, you should be so embarrassed. Look at that. They want you to act like that. You have guys that's how they want you to act, and they get off. They get off. I have one guy that I have to tell him to tie. When I tell him, like, he wanted me to tell him to smack himself with a spoon. So he's stripped all the way down, and I'm supposed to tell him to hit his ball sack with a spoon. And I'd be like, harder, harder, do it fast, do it slow, right? One of the times I went and I told this dude, right? I said to him verbatimly, I was like, I want you to get a rope or a belt, and I want you to tie it around your balls and squeeze it as tight as possible. When I told that guy to do that, it drive him nuts. All I saw was my coins started rolling up. That dude was like, oh, and then he just started flipping out money. I was like, and babe, that was 2 months ago. That was 2 months ago. That was 2 months ago. That happened. And all because I told him, he messaged me, and if he messages me and I'm like, wait, let me see if I find the messages. I'm logged in right now. I'm going to find the messages right now. I'm going to find the messages right now because I have the messages. Right. So you got to remember, you can't take that personally. You have to remember, it sends off endorphins in their brains to call you a slut. Like calling you a slut puppy, my whore. Are you going to be my cum slut? Are you going to be my whore doll? Have you ever heard those terms before? That's what that's about. Let me find it. I was like, you haven't come and seen me in a while. Now you're going to get punished. He's like, yes. He's like, yes, mistress. Punish. That's what he said. And then I was like, what are you going to present me with? Like, I asked him, what are you going to present me with to make sure that your mistress is happy? And then he sent me a gift. Let's see. I said, I want to have my hands, I want to wrap my hands around, I want to use my hands and squeeze your balls. That's what I said to him. And then he was like, yes, mistress, you need to come here and visit me. Now he's begging me to come see him because I'm like, I want to wrap my hands around your balls and squeeze it until it's red. Like, I'd be telling them things like that all the time. I would put my heels on and be like, look at these heels. These heels, like my 6-inch heels, I put them on. I'm like, look at these heels. I want to crush your nut with the point of this heel right here. And he's like, he just goes wild. Do you have any guys who turn on you? What you mean by turn on me? You mean turn me on or turn on me, like try to tell me degrading stuff? have all of it because there are days when I'm learning, but nonetheless, you just have to, when you're doing this, remember you're a cam model, do it with an open mind. You have some people that want you to be a giantess. You have to remember. So because you have people who want you to be a giantess, you literally have to get toy cars and put them on the ground and crush them for them to see. Because they now look at you like a big old giant. And the car is on the little road. So sometimes if you're really creative, you would set up like a cardboard structure. That's if you get into giantess. Wait. I didn't know what to say at first either. Right, you just don't need to get in your head about nothing. When they stop tipping you, okay, if somebody stops tipping you, you call them out. So say for example someone is named, say let's say Big John or Big Daddy 66. You be like, Big Daddy 6, why you stop gifting me? Am I not worth your tips anymore? What are you doing? You call them out and you be like, Big Daddy, you playing with my emotions, Big Daddy, why are you doing that? Like you have to find ways to go around it, especially when it's someone that's tipping you. You don't just bam and ignore them. You got to keep them going because you are certain that this guy is going to give you money. You're not certain that the one that is not tipping is going to give you money at some point. You're not certain about him at all. Who you are sure about, the one that has been giving you money. So he may stop because he run out of coins. And not because he runs out of coins, you're going to ignore him. Because when he loads up, you want him to come right back to you. You don't want him to go to anybody else. So if I'm supporting you, right? I'm in your broadcast and I'm supporting you. You have to think of it from a customer standpoint. Think of it this way. I have my YouTube channel, right? And you guys are putting comments in the comment sections down below. And you're genuinely asking questions based off the topic or the niche that I'm covering. But I never respond to any of them. Would you want to keep coming back and watching my videos even if you find them entertaining? You're not. You're going to get mad with me. You're going to be like, oh, this bitch don't care. Oh, this bitch thinks he's better than me. That's how you're going to get. So you have to remember that even though they have their specific kinks, they are people too. So if this dude has given you tips, do not ignore him. No, never be too, baby. Never. That's the worst thing you can bring to the game is being too shy to ask. Never. They're not. Which guy have you ever seen that is ashamed to say to you, show me your cunt? Who? Show me your coot. Who? When? Have you ever met a guy who's been afraid to tell you, show me your coot? No. So why are you afraid to say, send me your money? Like, no. Say it in a cute way. You be like doing your thing, minding your own business, and be like, Tommy? Is that you? Baby, why did you stop tipping me? Did you not like what I was giving? What's going on? Call them out. Call them out. Be like, what's going on? Did I do something wrong? I can't believe this. What did I do? You just gotta pump them up. At that point, they'll be on the other side of the screen, just grinning their faces off because you single them out, you point them out, you make them feel special. So now they're gonna they're gonna be like, I'll be back, and they go top up and they come back, or they'll be like, I ran out of coins, baby. I got you next time. Someone who has sent you money, never ignore that person. But if someone is deliberately being rude, you have all rights to ignore that person. Like, if you're on a campsite, go ahead and block India. That's my tip for everybody. Block India. No Indian. Block India. Mm. But, and remember, if somebody comes in and call you whore, cum slut, slut puppy, what else do they say? Ooh, there are quite a few. Like, I want to make you my, they'll tell you, like, I want to treat you like a rag doll, or I want to make you my cum puppy. Hi. When they say things like that, you just hit them back with like, you're gonna spill all that juice all over my face, then you need to spill all that coins too. Like, something like that. Be like, laugh. Be like, you want me to be your little cum puppy? You you want to have your juices all over my face? Then maybe you should spread your coins all over it too. Acknowledge them. See if they throw out. Every person, every individual has their own individual kink. And you can't ignore their kink. And you can't take nothing personal. You are there for strictly entertainment. But you have people who make genuinely rude comments. You have people who are genuinely annoying. People who are like, spread your legs. My guy, I'm in a non-nude broadcast. What the hell are you talking about? And they say it once, I ignore. Twice, I ignore. 3 times, you're asking me to do all these things. You're not tipping me. I'm not going to do it. Even if you do tip me, I'm not going to do it. But before you take your fingers out to type that shit, you should at least have the courtesy of tipping me. So you're not tipping me and you talking this mess on my screen. I'm going to block you. You're not necessary. You're not for me. I'm not for you. There are millions of girls who are on this app that does all that shit for free. Don't be tormenting me. Don't be trying to turn me into them, because I'm not them. And I'm not going to argue with you about it. I'm just going to ignore you. Those things I ignore. I do not argue, because as I was talking about earlier, arguing, what that does sometimes, it makes you look bad, and a paying customer will come in and be like, I'm not here for this, and go to someone else and spend that money. So you just wasted your time responding to this broke ass nutsack, and your paying customer saw you acting a fool and decided not to come in and went and spend his money elsewhere. So it's a lose-lose situation. So my thing is, when people come in and they're rude, do not acknowledge them. If you feel like, okay, they're becoming tormenting, just block them without even saying anything. Don't be like, I'm going to block you. Just block them. And then after you block them, you make the announcement, guys, please be respectful or you will be blocked. Well, I'm glad I made you feel better. He randomly sends you $300? Baby, that's a sugar daddy. You can't let that go. And you always ask for money. And how you do that, you make them know. You be like, Daddy, continue to spoil me. Like, wow, you sent me this? Thank you. Like, for me, if a guy randomly does that, I'm like, ooh, Big Daddy, look at you. Thank you. You know I love to be spoiled. I keep doing this. I have a big smile on my face all day. I'll be thinking about you all day. Some people, I'm like, ooh, you just got me wet. Like, when they send me, like big tips, big gifts, or just randomly send me money, I'm like, ooh, you just got me wet. Oh, you just made me wet. Oh, you made this cat wet. Like, you want to make me wet? That's the quickest way to get me wet. That's what I say to them. Because everything has to do with, that's all they care about. So that's all I talk about. You don't need to see it to get off by it. It just makes you want to more and more. And they want to know that they want that constant gratification that they're from you. And if you continue to give them that constant gratification, then baby, you gonna consistently get money as long as he has it. So someone randomly, I don't want no cam girl should be telling me that they're afraid to ask for money. Bitch, what you doing this for? Likes? Never ever, don't ever be shy. Like I understand because I get times when I get kind of choked up. Like, how am I gonna go around asking this person for money? Because I'm not gonna ask being the damsel in distress kind of situation. Like, oh, my light bill needs to pay. Oh, I need to pay my rent. Like, I'm not gonna do it like that. No, that's not the person I want to be. Um, I want you to know that I'm gonna be like, I can take care of myself, but I want you to do it. Like that kind of situation. I'm not gonna say it like that, but that's my attitude. I can take care of myself. So if you act a fool, I can leave at any time because I can take care of myself. But I want you to do it. So your attitude gotta exude that. Your words is not gonna say that. Don't be shook. Don't be shook. Money comes from all over. Money comes from all over. Like, I had a 21-year-old sending me 500 pounds. Like, why are you shook? Don't be shook. Don't be shook. And the more you do it, the more comfortable you'll get. So, in terms of, like, you said earlier that I got a playbook, I got a game. It's not necessarily, it's doing it over time and building confidence over time. That's what happened with me. And I got to get creative because I'm not going to be stripping down to my butthole to make this money. So I got to learn how to be creative to get this money. So I got to put myself in the role of a virtual sugar baby. Wait. What do in group chat mode? In small, they have that. Damn, I want to get sugar daddies. LOL. Sugar daddies is everywhere. Anyone and anything can be a sugar daddy. It just has to be a guy that's sending you money. That's it. Hi, honey. I don't ask him. Wait, I don't ask him. He gave it to me. And you will never ask him. Never ever ask him. Bitch! Sorry. Girl, do not tell a dude that you want $50. $100 and upwards. Never 50. Don't ask again. Don't ask him. Just tell him thank you. He will know that he's supposed to give it to you. Just tell him, ooh, thank you. This is what I would say. I would text him, ooh, thank you, Big Daddy. I love this. You surprised me. I was smiling all day. I must admit, you got me a little wet. I love it when a guy spoils me. I love being spoiled, and you just spoke my love language. Continue to spoil me. Continue to spoil me, Big Daddy. He's 23. Call him Big Daddy and tell him to continue to spoil you. That's it. You don't ask him for nothing. You don't nothing. Never you ask. You don't ask up front unless it's literally a business transaction that you're doing. What's my show about? Okay, so my content is about text chat, sexting, text chat, camming, and broadcasting. That's what my niche is. But I talk about anything. I talk about finances. I talk about, personal life. I talk about it's up to you guys to lead the conversation where you want to lead it to. So that's just me. That's what, because sometimes you just want somebody to talk to. And sometimes you don't want someone in your life that knows you to talk to about just random shit. Oh, my life was on your recommendation. Well, I'm glad that it showed up. But yeah, sometimes, like, I know that there are people who want to talk to people about their situation, but they don't want, and they would prefer to talk to a complete stranger than they would prefer to talk to someone in their life. Because sometimes when you tell people in your life things, everybody has your story circulating, and you don't want that. Well, great. I'm glad that I got your attention. Just go ahead and give me a subscription and give me a go ahead and give me a subscription. I'll appreciate it. I'm trying to build my platform. So I would really appreciate it. And if you come, I'm doing a live every Sunday. My live, like I said, it goes wherever we take it. But the main content that I talk about is basically like text chat, sexting, which text chat and sexting is the same thing, camming, and virtual sugar baby kind of scenarios. Um, that's mainly what I talk about. How to go about making sure that you secure your bag. But we also talk about different things too, because sometimes we talk about family and relationships. Sometimes we talk about baby daddy, baby mama drama. It all depends. The flow can go wherever we want it to go. A lot of the time, some of the times we talk about mental health and not being in a good space and wanting to take steps and take different actions to feel in a better space, to get out of that, depressed mode. Sometimes I talk about that. So sometimes we discuss mental health. Um, what else? It's a wide range of things. It just has to go with what you put in the comment and what we talk about. Okay, I'm shy. Wait. You're only exchange with them. So this person is saying they only exchange a sexy picture. Yeah, I try to be. I just try to be me. I just try to be me. I'm glad that you can enjoy it. You said that the only exchange you did was a sexy picture. Okay, that's fine. Me personally, I don't send nude pictures, and I don't send videos. That's me personally. I don't send those. I want you to keep coming back. So you're just gonna have to come and book a show with me every single time, because I don't do that. Um, I will send sexy pictures, but the sexy pictures that I will send are pictures that I will post on my Instagram. So I have Instagram photos where I'm not wearing any bra. It's a sexy bedwar shoot where I'm covering my boobies. I post that on my Instagram, and if it's something that I'm willing to post on a website, on a app or something, I will send that as a sexy photo. I will send that as a sexy photo. So anything that I'm willing to put out there to the public, that's what I'll post. But here's the thing now. They have different apps that are coming out, because there's this one girl on TikTok bawling her eyes out. Wanted you to buy them a phone. Are you male or female? People try to scam me all the time, but I'm Jamaican. I'm like, you trying to scam a scammer? I don't think that works well. I don't think that works well. Local family and friends finding out. Like I said, like for me, what I put out there, I don't care who sees it. Like I put out only what I don't care if someone sees. Mm. Like for me, I don't care. And playing into your kink and fantasy. See, that's what the world of entertainment is. Did you meet this person on a campsite? Did you meet this person on a campsite? That's my question to you. But if you want to start yourself a fan page, go ahead and start yourself a fan page. Just make sure any pictures you put out, you don't mind your family members or friends seeing it if they should find it. And you can put up something that has nothing to do with your name whatsoever, and profile pictures, you can crop your head out of the photos if you want to. I don't crop my head out of nothing. I do everything straight up. I'm grown. What the hell you gonna do? Stop talking to me? Thanks. That's what you gonna do? Stop talking to me? Thank you. We stop talking. See? Then baby, if it's a site about sexual kinks, these girls are on here to get paid. Maybe she didn't go about it right. I maybe she didn't go about it right, because some people try to make it more than what it is rather than come up front and tell you what it is. That's the thing that I do. I tell you what it is. I let you know what it is. Like, you want my time, you gotta pay for my time, baby. We will do the whole kinky back and forth, but you gotta pay for that. So as long as I know what it is, you know what it is, and we make an agreement as to what it is, it's no scam. But you have people who will try to talk to you for free and then try to get around you by being like, "Oh, my phone broke. Can you help me buy a new phone?" That's bullshit. And that's why I say I'm not gonna be all damsel in distress to get money out of a guy, because he should know that I'm worth taking care of, and that's what he wants to do, because that's what he's there for. I'm there to make sure that his sexual fantasies and kinks get fulfilled, and he's there to make sure that I get compensated for all of that, because my imagination has to run wild to get you off. And for Dior, girl, I'm not ashamed of shit either. I'm not ashamed of shit either. You're not gonna make me feel ashamed for this. You're not gonna make me feel ashamed for this body. You're not gonna be making me feel ashamed for what I do with it. If you wanna stop talking to me, bitch, stop talking to me. I barely have friends. Like, you guys are my friends. You guys are my friends. I barely have friends. Like, I love getting your comments in the comment section down below. If you realize, I respond to your comments real quick, because I check my phone every single morning when I wake up, and every night before I go to bed. I check my freaking comments on all social media, on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube, especially YouTube. I checked all of them, and I respond to all of y'all, because y'all, I love y'all so much. You have no idea. I'm not even capping on that. Wait, let me see what you're saying. Okay. I doubt it's that way for the girls. I really doubt I doubt it's that way for the girls. I doubt it's that way for the girls, to be honest with you. With a different picture, haha. Okay, so that probably is a dude. That person probably is a dude. Thank you. I'm from Jamaica. Society on a whole is shameful. Right. I feel the same way about it. It's flexible. Camming is flexible for me. So I feel the same way about it. I enjoy camming because it is flexible. And this is it. You're either going to love me or you're not going to love me. Love has no boundaries. So if you're going to love me with boundaries, then you never really love me to begin with. So I don't care who you are. If you're going to stop talking to me, knowing that I love what I do and I'm happy, and you're going to stop talking to me because you prefer I be miserable for image, you prefer I be miserable and portray this good Christian girl image rather than to be happy and live my life. It means you don't love me. You only love the image that I put out there that makes you look good. And that's not love. That's dictatorship. So that's the thing that I talk about. I don't care about losing friends. I don't care about losing people around me because of what I do. Because if you love me, you won't forget. You won't care. You just want to make sure that you just want to know that I'm safe and I'm doing what I do in a safe way. As long as it's not something that is going to harm me, like drugs or, going out there and actually selling my physical body to different guys every single night. As long as it's not that, something like that, you are going to be like, just make sure you keep yourself safe. No, you have different places that you can go that girls like Tinder. Tinder is a place that you can go and find people who just want to hook up. That I've never tried it, but I've heard that's what it's good for. Swipe left, swipe right. But if you're gonna go on a campsite and you're gonna do the whole virtual thing, just know you gotta pay up. And if it's not a campsite, like, just know it's just that a lot of people try to play up your emotions before telling you, and then trying to weasel their way around into getting you to do things. And that's not what this is about. This is about knowing your audience. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking, Richard. How are you? So it's mainly about knowing your audience and what they like and how to go about, satisfying that need and getting compensated for it. So if you're a guy that wants to, be a sugar daddy to any one of us girls on here, we would greatly appreciate it. But if you want to meet up, you're not gonna get that. You have to establish like a long-term thing with one of the girlies here first. You feel like this is a marketing masterclass for the cam business? Um, like this that I'm doing now for the cam business. I'm not marketing camming. I'm not marketing it. I'm talking to girls that already do camming, that is already involved in it and wants to excel, wants to know how to be. So it's it's not, I'm not telling you to do it. It's not something that you need. I'm not telling nobody to do it. If you want to go do it, you go do it. If you want to go try it, you go try it. I'm not telling nobody to do it. What I am saying though, the girlies on here are girlies that are in the business, are girlies who are interested in the business, and I just basically tell them what to expect because I'm in it. Because when I started, I didn't have any guide. I didn't have anyone to help me. I didn't have anyone to look up to. I didn't have no YouTube channel to assist me. I didn't have nothing. All that I'm giving now are things that I've learned on my own, and I'm giving it away for free. Now, I'm not promoting any particular sites because I have not mentioned any particular sites. They haven't really captivated you. I understand. Sometimes you have to dig. You have to dig. And a lot of the times the girlies like me, for me to gain access to me at all, you gotta pay. You gotta pay. As soon as you click on my thing and my doorbell go ding dong and I accept you into my cam show, the coins are already running. So for girlies like me, you gotta pay. It's never free. Okay, who like for you? So that's like you did a couple camming, couples camming thing. Well, that too, and you have people who do like what's that one called again? I don't even remember the name of it. I'm sorry. OnlyFans. Okay, you only meant to say yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to educate girls to doing it in a safe way. Trying not to, and guys too, because I do have guys that do camming, that do follow me, that do ask me questions, that do ask me how to get a, like, I had this one person that was like, okay, so my mom is in my business, right? I'm a cam model and I make really good money, but I'm living with my mom. And right now, I recently started and I'm making good money, but I don't want my mom to know what I'm doing. She's always in my business. And I just want to make this money to move out. And I told him exactly what to do, and he did it, and it worked. And he was like, "Damn, girl, you good." And I'm like, "I know, I know, I know." And then, so I have a customer, which if you go back in my video archives, not too long ago, like a couple months ago, you will see where I record, because I record my cam sessions. I record some of them with consent. So you can see what I do in my cam show. You can see what they do. Some of them I don't even show you because I need to cover them up because they're nude. So I cover them up with an emoji. But you get to hear what I'm saying to them. And you get to read what they're saying to me. Because a lot of the times they prefer to type rather than speak. So I don't mind it. I just read what they're saying and I just speak back just like this. And I bet you learn a lot that way too. You learn a lot when it comes to pleasure in a woman that way too. Because if she's giving you instructions as to how to do what to make sure you hit that spot, boy, you well trained. You well trained. That's all I can say for that. You know what? It's better to cam when you have your own space because you can do a lot more. You can do it all hours without worrying about someone popping in on you or making too much noise while you're trying to cam and all that. So it's really good when you have your own space because you're able to focus more. You just got to know that you can't take everything that these people say personally because these people have fetishes. And some of their fetishes includes insulting you, or you insulting them, or you showing your feet, or you wearing heels, or you wearing makeup. Because some people have a fetish with you wearing makeup. I had this one guy that every time he came into my cam show, I need to be dressed to the T. I need to be wearing pearl necklace, my pearl earring, my red lips. I need to be to the T. And you know what I loved about this dude? He sat and watched me get ready every single evening. And then when I'm done getting ready and putting on my heels, and he watched as I buckle my heels up, he loved to watch all of that. And when I buckle my ears up and I'm done getting ready, I take my sweet little time too. So we be on call for like an hour, 2 hours, and that clock is running. So you know the money is running, right? So when we're done talking, I just made a buttload of money right there. Because at that time I was charging like $2 per minute, and it was just running. And I would take my own sweet time. I would pick out the clothes. He would help me pick out the clothes, and he would help me pick out. I would show him the shoes. He would help me pick out the shoes. Then I would put them down, and I would be taking my time, doing my hair, doing my makeup, doing everything. And then when I'm done, I need to put on. Ooh, what happened? I don't know what happened. Probably they're gonna cut it soon. I don't know. So when I'm done, I need to put on my pearls, and I need to put on my pearl earring, And I just need to be sitting cute and pretty, just talking. Just talking. We just talk about random things, anything. It was an amazing conversation, and I made good money doing that. Right. It's a way. It's an extra way to enjoy yourself and make money. But like I said, you sound like someone who's well trained because you had an older woman training you on how to properly, satisfy a woman. So there you go. Hit you on what? Go. You hit me up. I don't know what to hit you on. You hit me up. Go to one of my videos and go to one of my social media platforms. Just go to Linktree and choose a social media platform. Make sure that when you do that, you know you coming correct, cause I'm about them coins, baby. So make sure you coming correct. We not doing no free chats around here where you wasting my time. I was nervous to start too. When I just started, I was nervous. Like, quick story time, right? It took you until this spring. Yeah, because it, well, the best time to start is right now. So when you started was the best time for you to start. That's the thing. LOL, this man that makes us do work. Yeah, like you wanna put me to work. You gotta put some coins in my put. Hit me up on PayPal first, baby, and then I'll. You want me to search for you? Send some money to my PayPal. I'll find you. Send some money to my PayPal, and I'll find you. I promise you, I'll find you. I didn't. I'm not. I don't. I live on my own. I don't do anything with my mom is dead. Exactly. I don't play about my coins. I got too much shit to take care of. Like, I got a lot of shit in the pipeline that I need to take care of. I can't be messing around with you, wasting my time. Like, you want my time, I want some money. Let's satisfy each other's needs. Why should I be satisfying your need and you not satisfying mine? Let's do this together. You want my time, I want your money. Let's do this. Have I ever had a charge back? No, I've never had a charge back on PayPal. No, I've never had that before. Like I said, the rates that I put, I don't people. That's the thing. The audience that you want, you will attract the audience you want. You just have to put that energy out there. I've worried about that before, but I've never had that happen to me before. No, it wasn't me. I said I coached a male cam model through it. He was living with his mom, and I coached him through it as to how to go about keeping his mom out of his business. Thank you. Build it and they will come. Um, it's just a matter of putting out the energy and the intention. Like, for example, me here on YouTube right now, I have what 1,090 two subscribers, and my watch time is nowhere where I need it to be. So if I wanted to get there, I gotta put in the work. If I don't put in the work, how on earth is it gonna get there? Like, there's no way I can get to the amount of watch time that I need to get to without putting in the work. Okay, so Orphea, you're putting out videos, right? Yeah, I put out videos, but people don't always watch the videos to the very end. Sometimes they watch it like 30 minutes in and they stop. Sometimes 20 minutes, sometimes 10 minutes, and they stop and they never come back to it. It depends, because I've been watching videos before and I stopped watching videos and I never go back to it. It's not that I didn't enjoy the content, but I forgot to go back to it because I have other shit doing. Now, like my favorite YouTubers that I watch, my favorite YouTubers to watch is like Tiffany B, Morgan especially. And when they put out a video, I just watch it to the complete end and then I go about my business. Or I let it play in the background and I go do my shit. Like I'm not even watching it. It's playing. The commercials are playing. Everything is playing. Because I know that that's what I want someone to do for me. And because that's what I want someone to do for me, I'm going to do it for someone else. Because I know how hard it is to record these videos, to try and set up the perfect lighting, to try and make your videos engaging and entertaining. I know how hard it is when you're going into that editing process. You have 2-3 hours worth of footage that you're trying to condense down to an hour or 30 minutes. And you need to condense 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours worth of footage. And you're sitting there doing all of that. And then at the end of the day, it's like, what am I doing it for? So I understand what goes into producing these type of content, right? So I understand what goes into producing these type of contents. So when I'm even like, I watch Nina sometimes, and when I go, once I click on it, I watch it straight through. Like if I'm like amongst the first persons to go on it, then I will like and I will comment. But if I go on there and I see like 1,000 comments and 100 and something likes, I don't do that, because they don't need that. They already have that. But what they do need is my viewership. So even if I'm not sitting down watching it, it's playing. It's playing. So that they can make their coins. Like I'm not gonna be a hateful broad. I'm not gonna be. So whatever I want for myself, that's the energy that I put out there for others. And I don't know these females personally. I ran into their vlogs during the quarantine and I enjoy watching it, so I just continued watching it. And I never stop. I never watch a video for 15 minutes or halfway. Never. And if I'm not physically sitting there watching it and I'm in the bathroom doing something or whatever, I let it play. That's just what I do. I'm not from a state. I'm in Jamaica right now. Right this minute I'm in Jamaica. Like if you go and you watch my vlogs, you see my view, you see places that I go in Jamaica. Most of my vlogs are in my room cuz I seldom go anywhere, but I'm trying to build my bag up because I have some projects that I'm working on. And once I get to that, yes, Nina unrated. Once I get to that thing, then I'm gonna start traveling a little bit more once I hit that goal. But I'm not gonna be spending my money on travels when I need to sort out a lot of stuff. So, yeah, all right. Did y'all know that mukbang is a thing that you can do in camming? I like TikTok because it not necessarily, trust me, not necessarily. Because I have videos on TikTok and trust me, when I do a day in the life video, that's not easy to edit. Yeah, I do that too. Play the whole thing on mute. You can do that for me. You can go play all and just put it on mute and let it play, go all the way back to the very first video. You can do that for me. I would appreciate it. I need these views. I'm not even gonna play. I need these views for real. Baby, I have people pay me to watch me sleep. Yeah, some mukbangs, like when if you had started like in like 2017, 2016, 2017, if you had started like a mukbang, that's when mukbang started to get big and popular. If you had started a mukbang on YouTube, then you would have been so huge right now in terms of followers. But you have to be careful with that because you don't want to gain too much weight. But you can do mukbangs on camming. You can do nude mukbangs where you're butt ass naked and the plate, like the plate is strategically placed in places where they're not able to see stuff, but they know you're naked. You know what I'm saying? Like the dishes, just like how you see those mukbangers sitting down in their chairs, and sometimes the only part you're seeing is here, right? The food is covering all the way up to here. You can sit and do that and eat because you have people that loves to watch you eat. You know what else people like? Like you have that people like another fetish that people like. You can take canned beans and peas and throw that all over your body and rub it all over your body and like take it into your mouth. And like you're in something like this that I'm wearing now, and you're rubbing that all over your body and rubbing it in your mouth and just rubbing it all your body, and people will pay dollars to watch that. Like there's so many weird kinks out there. No, I do not have an IRL. Oh, do I sugar daddy that don't require anything sexual? Yeah. Right. So there's different strokes for different folks, baby. Different ways. Like you can actually make videos of yourself doing those things and you can make a killing off those videos. You can do the videos, record those videos for your campsite or record those videos for a broadcasting site that allows you to do recordings, and the right guy will find that particular video and you will see just how much. Or you can have videos where you just have the oil, baby oil, and the camera is only on your feet and you're rubbing baby oil all over your feet, like just rubbing baby oil all over your feet, and you rub different stuff all over your feet, even like canned foods and stuff, you rub it all over your feet because that's a thing with people with food fetishes or foot fetishes. You know what you can do, baby? You can do a foot fan page if you want. You can do a foot fan page. And what you would do on that fan page, you're not showing any face at all. You're just showing feet. You can do that if you're worried about people. There's so many things you can do and hide your identity. I'm really telling you. Okay, so Ace 13, they hide one of your comment. Let me see what it says. Even if you're extremely attractive. Even if you're extremely attractive. I got a moderator? How did I get a moderator? I didn't put up any moderators. You have great ideas? Well, you can share them and I'll tell you if I believe that they are great or not. But it would be hard for a man, even if you're extremely attractive. Once a woman takes you on in that manner, they want your ding dong. They want your lollipop. And that can have you feeling like a meat sack. But then it just gives you a hint into our world. Because as women, we feel like a bag of meat sack every single day. For me, if I'm going to feel like a meat sack in my everyday life, it makes sense I get paid for it. I step out on the street, y'all baby, I'm going sexy, psst, yeah. Like, the fuck? I don't even know if you understood any of that I just said. Yeah, look good enough. Give me enough money. Like, excuse you? But like I said, like, so if you're going to have me feeling like a meat sack all day, every day anyways, it makes sense I get paid for feeling like a meat sack. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, not sorry. So that's the reason why, like Dior, I love my job. I love it. I get to meet new people. Every single time someone comes in, I get to meet someone new and I get paid for it. Like, what could be better than that? It's like YouTube. You don't pay me. Like, once I get monetized, you're not paying me, but I'm meeting you guys nonetheless, but I'm making money. So I'm getting paid to meet people. Like, come on now. What could be better than that? I already enjoy meeting you guys. I already enjoy talking to you guys. Now to get paid on top of that, that's a big ass bonus right there. That's a large ass bonus. And I love interacting with you guys. I love having a conversation. I think maybe I'm going to change the time to like 6 to 7 in the night when I go live, because I realize that I get a little bit more people, a little bit more traction when I am logged in at this time for today. But I'm going to play around with the times just to see. But I'm going to be on every Sunday. Every Sunday I'm doing a live broadcast on YouTube. Even when I'm in my hardest times, I'm still going to try and log in and do a live on YouTube, just so I can interact with you guys more and get to know you guys more. Because although I'm not seeing your face, you're the only one seeing me. You best believe I love this. I find this to be extremely fun. And I'm a sociable person too. Like, I'm not one of those people who we go out, I'm stuck in my phone. I'm not one of those people who get an anxiety to talk to other people. I'm very sociable. And it's hard for me to just like you right off the bat. Because there's sometimes people who come up and I'm like, bitch, don't talk to me. I don't like you. And I'm real straightforward too. I'm not going to beat around the bush because I don't see the point. Why would I waste your time and I don't want you wasting mine? This is how I'm living my life. I am putting out in the world what I want to receive from others. So if I want truthfulness and honesty from others, that's what I'm putting out in the world. If I want support, love, and understanding, that is what I'm putting out in the world. So I'm going to support you. I'm going to love on you. I'm going to understand your points that you're coming from. I'm going to be telling you the truth, even if it hurts, because at the end of the day, that's what I want to receive in return. And some people, they will tell you hurtful things and call it the truth, but it's not. They'll tell you hurtful things and try to disguise it as the truth, when really it's not. It's just their insecurities. So you got to be careful with that too. But I'm putting out the energy out into the world that I want to receive. Hold on. Here's some water. Here's some water. Oh. Hold on, my son needs something. My son needs something. Give me a minute. Let me get it for him. Thank you. But yeah, I'm putting out the intentions in the world that I would love to gain back. Hold up. Wait, what? Wait a minute. Let me read some things here. I have great ideas. Thank you. Do they have sites that you can hide your faces? Like campsites? No, it's not deleted. It was just hidden. I found it. Yes, I've worked for Texting Factory before. The first company that I worked for was the work from home, and the second company that I worked for was Texting Factory. Good evening, love. Nomadic Brit. Good evening, darling. I missed some things. I'm just trying to slowly go through. Yeah, men think differently because men has when it comes to sexuality, men can be more open with their sexuality and not be labeled a whore. A woman, if a woman is open with her and vicarious with her sexuality, then she's labeled a whore. But for a man, it's not that. That's what they're like. Like, psst, baby, come here. Yeah, when I do the lives, I'm gonna leave them up for people who didn't get to be in, because a lot of the times the lives that I'm doing, it's gonna be on it's gonna be probably off of a topic based off what someone asked me in a comment. That's what my lives are gonna be about, hopefully, or again whatever topic that the chat comes up with. Well, I try to be, because I wish that's the thing. I wish I had someone that I could have. I wish I had a me, and I didn't. And so I was like, so how many other women out there that don't have a me? So maybe I can be that for other women. I can be what I wanted for other women. So to give strength, to give encouragement, to let them know that no, you're not doing anything wrong. You probably will go 3 months without making a dime, and you probably will go 2 weeks and make $4,000 or $5,000. It's a possibility. It's endless, but nonetheless, not because I made $500 today and you make $50, it doesn't make you any better than me. It just means that it doesn't make me any better than you. It just means that today was my day and maybe tomorrow is yours. That's all that means. You struggle to log in because of laziness and fear. I used to struggle with that, but the longer I do it for, then it just nicks. The more often, the more regular I do it, it just nicks. It's like right now with me, I struggle to log into um YouTube live because I hate logging in and there's only one or two persons in the room. One, two persons, then zero. One, two persons, then zero. One, two persons, then zero. I feel shitty when I see that. But I'm like, listen, if we're gonna build, we're gonna have to start from zero. So we just do what we gotta do. There are days when, like, I did a live a couple months ago, and my room had a bunch of people in there, and we was just chatting it up a storm. And then another time I did it, and I had nobody, like zero people in here. I was feeling so shitty. Yeah, Instagram and Twitter is a good way to get clients, and No, you know what? I'm gonna tell you the best way to get clients is on broadcasting sites. To be honest with you, because Twitter puts you out a lot more. Twitter Twitter puts you out a lot more. Twitter will put once you have the right wording, Twitter will send your shit out. You don't have to worry about people. You will see actively people viewing your shit on Twitter. But you see them other platforms, it is so hard to build on it because the people they're pushing are the people who already have millions of subscribers. Like example, YouTube. They push people who are monetizing their platforms more than anything else. Twitter is the only free platform out there that I see that I put something in and by 2 hours time there's 200 people who have already viewed it. Like, so kudos to Twitter on that. But Instagram and all them other things, the best way to build like a client listing, like if you want a client listing that pays you personally, like pays you money to your Cash App or to your PayPal account rather than through these sites, is go through to a broadcasting. Go to like what you may call it. Let me tell you. Ooh, go to like a truffle. Go to like a flipping, what's the name? I don't like it. I don't like this, but I'm gonna say it. Go to Coco. Go to what's the next one? I might as well get its name because I don't like it. I don't like it because I don't think it's for black people. I don't think it's for black girls. It's for white girls. Twitter is easier to go viral than any other platform. Can we do, you ask sites that don't show your face, right? You have sites you can go on and you can wear masks. And I think I did, you would have to like put a picture of yourself up or put a picture up, but you can like put on like the little masquerade mask if you want to. And then when you're on camera, you can just cut your head out of it if you want to do that. But some sites, you definitely need to show your face. What the hell you staring at? I don't know. I don't know when this message is sent, so I can't tell you what I'm staring at. Sometimes I'm staring at a gnat that's flying around in the room. Sometimes I'm staring at the mosquitoes that are playing around my feet. So I pot them with this thing. So I don't know. I'm just trying to catch up. Honey, if you find it... Okay, so here you go. So here is someone... Todd, that says this is boring, right? This is his opinion. Sir, if you want to go to a political live, you can do that. Don't come over here and be depressing. We're not about that. There's a lot of that on TikTok. You can go over there and do that, to be honest with you. Okay. So, where were we? I don't remember who was it that said someone was being disrespectful. Okay, so Todd came in and said this is boring, right? And I'm going to use Todd as an example. So, I'm going to use Todd as an example. So Todd came in and Todd was like, this is boring. So for me, that would be disrespectful because if you find it boring, you can always move on. But then I can look at that and be like, okay, Todd is watching. So he finds it boring, but he's watching. So I'm just going to leave Todd alone. Let him do what he wants to do because at the end of the day, he's helping me with my watch time. So thank you so much for that, Todd. Is he going to type other things to try to hurt my feelings or try to bring me down or try to make me feel like shit? Maybe Todd is going to do that, but at the end of the day, Todd is also making sure that I get um, probably 10 or 15 minutes out of him. So with that, that's the thing for me. When I get a great cloud, I try to find the silver lining and maximize the silver lining. I don't stick to the low mediocre thing. That's not me. So yeah, I could be like, Todd, da 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 da, you whack as fuck, you this, get off my live, shut the fuck up, Todd, you broke as fuck, you stupid as fuck. I could be all that all day to Todd. But what's that gonna do? It's just gonna change the mood of what we have created already. So Todd, thank you so much for coming in, because now you gave a perfect example of what the oh my God, you just fulfill what the topic is about. Abuse. You feel what the topic was about. Abusive customers. You just fulfill it. Thank you so much for coming through, Todd. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate you doing this. It was perfect. Mwah, chef kiss. So with Todd coming in and do that, and then he's going to follow up with, y'all can, I don't know, because somebody said they blocked Todd. Women always trying to empower each other. I don't know what's wrong with that, but he finds something wrong with that. Apparently, women should be digging out, like clawing out each other's eyes, in his opinion. Women should be trying, you need to empower men. Why do I need to empower men? Men run the world. Why would I need to empower somebody who's already empowered? The children, the kid we came, the kids, we came out better. Todd, here's another thing. I could have just dragged Todd through the mud for his spelling, because if you're going to disrespect somebody, the least you can do is check your grammar, right? So I could drag Todd all day long, but then that would just change the whole mood, change the whole vibe, and just switch everything around. But Todd has a choice. This is it. Todd has a choice. He came in, he saw it was boring, could have just moved on to the next. Also, what Todd could have done, he could have watched and not say anything. But he chose to come in, and he chose to be hateful, and he chose to help me teach a lesson. And that was that right there. So I really appreciate Todd for coming through. I'm not even mad that Todd came through, to be honest. So he wants me to empower men. Men are already empowered. A man is not afraid to walk down the street. A woman is. Like, a man is not afraid to meet strangers. A woman is. So why does somebody who has all the power... He probably does. Todd needs to go back him fist. Todd needs to go play with his dingling. I don't know. Todd, look me up on another site. I'll probably help you out. I'll massage out your kink. You just got to pay. That's all you got to do. Just hit me up. $500 and I can hook you up. $500, 30 minutes, I can hook you up. You good. You straight, Todd. But that's exactly what I'm talking about. So if somebody like Todd come into my broadcasting or my cam show or whatever, I would normally ignore him. And then when he puts up something like, oh, you need to be empowering women, men, blah, 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 I wouldn't acknowledge that. I would have just blocked him. That's what I would have done. I wouldn't have read it or anything. I would have just blocked him. My new financial downfall, I would make Todd my submissive. I would have to make Todd my bitch. I would have to make Todd my bitch. I would put him on a leash and dog walk him. I would have to. That's what I would have Todd as. He would have to be my submissive. He ain't nobody's dominant. Because before you can be my... One thing my dad taught me... One thing my dad taught me in this world is, he said to me, if you're in a position where there needs to be a leader and you feel like you see where you are the only person that is qualified. Well, you're the only person that can lead the group, or you're educated enough to lead the group, then do it. But if you see someone that is more than you are, let them do it. But do not let an idiot lead you around, because they're just going to sink the ship. So but it's best you lead it, because then you're in it, so you're going to operate in the betterment to build and elevate yourself, or to come out of the situation. So in this case, Todd wouldn't be my dom, he would be my submissive, because I see where I could lead better than he is right now. Because he popped in, he didn't know nothing about the topic, he didn't know nothing that we were talking about, nothing at all. There's a guy in here that I'm talking to, he doesn't know anything at all. He just thinks that there's just a bunch of females in here because one female says something. No, because I respond to a female's comment. Right. So because I respond to a female's comment, he believes that it's mostly females in here. And so he spewed this bullshit out of his mouth, not recognizing that I'm empowering everyone that's in my field, a man or a woman. Once you're in my field, I'm trying to help you make the most of what you can get. But again, blindsided. I don't do that. One of the things that I don't speak to, I don't do the whole topic of men and women in relationship. Exactly. He would definitely be worshiping me for them coins. But for me, I don't do the dynamics or the conversation the way how everyone else do the conversation as it relates to relationship, where a man is telling me what a woman thinks. Sir, you're a man. There's no way you can tell me what a woman thinks. A woman is telling me what a man thinks. Ma'am, you're a woman. You can't tell me what this man is thinking in that relationship, right? You can assume, but you can't tell me. And how you're going to assume based off past relationships and past experiences. The thing is, each individual relationship is different. You, Ace, can get into a relationship with me, and you're the worst fucking person that there could ever be created. But then you see Dior, and you treat Dior like a goddess. You're the same freaking person, but I got a completely different experience than Dior is getting. So I don't think it's nobody's place to speak on relationship. The only thing I will tell a person is, do not try to judge someone else off your past trauma with someone else. Try to get to learn and know that person. And once that person starts showing you who they are, do not tell yourself, oh, they're going to change. Acknowledge and accept that this is who they are and that they're showing you who they are. And if you can live with them, you live with them. And if you can't, you can't. You love to be a sub for an older woman. Like what age? Like what age would you like to be that for? What age group were you thinking? Like an 80-year-old? I tell you, you have some dominant 80-year-old that will do some stuff to you, boy. 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 I have clients that this is what they pay me to do is watch them masturbate. And after they masturbate, I need to watch them drink their cum. Like, when I'm telling you, there's so many ways to make money looking just like this, it's not even funny. It's not even funny. But what age? What age were you thinking when you say older woman? Because you're 27, so an older woman for you could be 29, 30, 35, 40. 35 to 60. Oh, do you want to be my sub? Do you want to be my sub? I can be a 35 to 60-year-old woman for you. All it takes is some gray hair. Like all I need to do is get some gray hair to be like, "Pow!" with that whip. Be like, "Pow!" Slap that booty one more time. Oh my goodness. In the Spanish club? Probably. Probably. You'd be surprised. Mine too. Girl, mine too. Mine too, girl. I've had that. That's all there is around there, Hispanic club. Like when it comes to relationship, I don't try to I don't want nobody to tell me, as a woman, you need to do this. I don't want no man looking at me telling me, as a woman, I need to do what. And I don't want to hear a woman telling a man, as a man, you need to do this. No, what you should say is, sir, if you want me, this is what it requires to get me. Not this is what it requires to get all women. No, that's not how it works. You probably want a man to bring you flowers and chocolate every day. I probably want a man to empty his pockets every day. You're lying. You're lying. Shut up. You're lying. How is it that you're still gonna have that if you did a cam shows with a grown woman? Yeah, we all can have different standards. Exactly. Oh, you didn't do shows. It was just cam 101. Okay. I don't think I understand that, Ace. Like, yeah, different strokes for different folks. Like, you like getting chocolates and roses. I probably like getting my ass whooped. Like, you'd be surprised the amount of women in Jamaica that states that if he ain't beating me, he ain't love me. You'd be surprised. Like, you have women that wants the toxic ass relationship where they're screaming at each other every day. And if they're not screaming at each other every day, they don't want it. You need to message me on Instagram. Now you getting real dirty right there. You need to message me on Instagram, Ace, and get my PayPal, and we can chop it up. Um, I don't know. It's a psychology thing. It's the way they were brought up. It's the environment. Like, okay, so I can grow up in an environment where it is abusive. Let me tell you. Let's do this. You have women who likes to be submissive to men. They wear their collars. They gag them. They have men beat them while they're in bed. It's basically the same thing. It's their kink. It's their kink. It's how they get off. If they're not in a toxic relationship where they're screaming at each other, get the fuck out, you stupid fuck, you dumb bitch, you hoe. If that is not happening, then they are bored out of their minds and they need to go find someone who's going to give them that. And it's just the build up. It's just how they mate. It's like their mating ritual. A lot of you have not, I wouldn't say a lot. You have some people who likes the argument for the makeup sex. So it's how their brain releases the endorphins, and that, when endorphins is released in your brain, you get such a rush, you get such a high, you get so excited, and they want to feel that all the time. So for them, that abusive relationship is where it's at. So you have women who love abusive. You have women who love to be loved bomb. Like, I want you writing me poems and bringing me chocolates and bringing me roses and buy me gifts 24/7. You have women who loves to be love bombed. Some people stay because they don't know any better. And some people stay because they can't do better. It's not necessarily because they like it. It's because they can't do better. But you actually have women that will provoke a man to that extent of the yelling and screaming because she gets a rush out of it. Like, you have females that prefer to be with a male that does criminal activities because to them it excites them. It's the same thing. So for me to be like being on YouTube's internet, because I'm not gonna say Beyonce's internet, for me to be on YouTube's internet or TikTok's internet or whichever large platform there is internet right now, and be like, oh, do you want to know how to satisfy a woman? Do this and that, and I guarantee you she'll never leave you. No, that doesn't. For some women, that guarantees that they will leave you because they don't like that. They don't like that. Some women like being dominant. Some people like degrading and demeanoring a man. And that's how they get their kicks. And if they find a guy that likes that, then it's a perfect match. You can go ahead and tell me your secret if you don't mind putting it out on this here internet. No one knows who you are, but I guess they have people nowadays who goes digging, but But yeah, once that dopamine hits in your brain, whatever triggers that, you're gonna consistently want that. So if it is somebody love bombing you, if it is somebody that is love bombing you, I don't know why I tied that up. That hits off the dopamine in your brain, then you're going to consistently want that person to love bomb you, to be kissing on you, to be all over you. And some people don't like that. Some women don't like to be touched like that. Some people don't like you on them, all that. They just want, when they're ready, they'll be like, give me that dick, and then get off me. And that's it. Every single person is different, and every single mating ritual is different. And you just got to identify that and know that. So when these young 20-something-year-old on here talking like they have life history, like they've been here since the dawn of time. Like I was here when Jesus was born. You seen that TikTok? These podcast boys, they sound like I was here when Jesus was born. So I can give you all the advice on women. Bitch, you barely just took your lips off the titty. There is breast milk on your cheek. We need to wipe breast milk from your cheek. You're still a baby. What the you know about women? Nothing. Nothing. Right. My husband. My husband. What's that? That's supposed to be plays? Ryan Seacrest in the hospital? You'd have to come again. I'm not sure I understand that what you put out there. You threw me way off. I appreciate a comment, but I'm totally lost. Yeah, but you do have people that are like that. That needs that constant bickering. I'm not like that. I don't want someone that I have to argue with. I like peace. I want peace. I don't want violence. I want peace. That's I love peace. I love to curl up. I love to be Sundays, good food, clean house, curled up, watching a movie together, falling asleep together. That's my shit. That's what I love. I don't want to. I like to have a. We have a problem. Have a conversation about it. I don't want to. I don't want to step on your toes and then you keep your mouth shut. If I step on your toes, be like, babe, you stepped on my toes and I didn't like it. It hurt. And let me be like, when? And then you're like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to step on your toes. I didn't feel it. I was wearing that 6-inch heel, remember? So I didn't know that I stepped on it. So that's or oh my God, I didn't know that it hurt that much. I'm sorry. I like, and I'm willing to take where I'm wrong, and apologize and try to not do it again. Because I don't want to be apologizing to you all the time because I hate being wrong. I'm a Virgo. I don't do wrong really well. So when I have to apologize for something, I try my best not to do it again. All men need training. All men need training. All men need training on how to properly care for and handle the woman they have in their life or women they have in their life. So whether it be their mom, their sisters, or their girlfriends, all men need training to handle women in general. But as it goes to say, woman wants a man who knows what they want without being told. The problem is women always tell you what they want. The thing is, men ain't listening, and that's the problem. We always tell what we want. We don't keep silent. We always tell you what we want. And the thing is, if you start a relationship off one way and you change the way you start that relationship off, that fucks a woman up. So, and I'm not going to say women on a whole because that's pluralizing and putting all of us under one tent. Some of us love to tell you what to do. Because that's what they have. That's all they have. They don't have anything more. What else do they have? What are their options? So they become accustomed to it. They've been trained and brought up and birthed. They were birthed into it, reared, trained, and brought up into it. So they become accustomed to it. They don't know nothing else. So they think that this is the way it's supposed to be. It is not until they venture out and they start to see how the other side of the world start living. That's when they are able to develop another part of their brains to make a decision. Do I really want what I grew up in, or do I want something else? You know, but when you grow up in that situation, it's all you know. So it's hard to say you're going to choose, or hard for you to believe that you deserve something else. All right, so you have nice guys in the ghetto, right? But here's the thing. If you're a nice guy, in their minds, you can't protect them in the environment that they're in. The mean, disrespectful ones are the ones that's gonna protect them in the environment that they're in. You have to understand that when you break it down to basic needs of a woman, woman wants to be protected, provided for, and nurtured and loved in whatever way they think nurture and love means. So nurture and love can be physical and emotional abuse. That to them is nurture and love. So if I grow up in the ghetto where people are shooting people every day, the nice guy is not going to be able to protect me. So I'm going to curl up under the foot of the guy that may be able to protect me. It's dangerous and he may be abusive towards me, but at least he can protect me from everybody else. It's just that who the hell is going to... If I get with him, maybe he won't be that mean to me. And then I'm with him and he's mean to me, but guess what? It's better this one person is mean to me than the entire outside the ghetto is being this way to me. So I'm willing to put up with his mess because he's gonna glock somebody for, you know, probably disrespecting me or whatever. Or people are afraid of him, so nobody's gonna mess with me. So they go for that type of guy because that kind of gives them a sense of security while they're living in the hood. So yeah, nice guys are gonna finish last in the hood. It's just what it is. So when you're worried about, oh, she only wants the bad guys, girls only want the bad guys, it's this thing where protection is a big thing for women. And once they feel like you can protect them, they will melt like butter. Like women will melt like butter. You had to learn that the hard way? Since you didn't have much experience with dating, I'm sorry you had to learn it the hard way. But we all have to learn something some type of way. And that's the thing. Like, all right, so you see this thing on TikTok going around, right? Have you ever seen this thing on TikTok where somebody say, you want to know why a woman chooses the bad guy? And then it says, because the good guy will burn you to save the world, but the bad guy will burn the world to save you. And if you listen to that, it all goes down to protection. So if I'm protected, then that is it. Oh, somebody put something in the comments about boyfriend. They don't want their boyfriend to know that they're camming. If I had a boyfriend and I had to be doing this camming for the work, for money, I wouldn't have a boyfriend. That's my personal opinion. Like, if I have a boyfriend and I have to cam, which means I have to depend on other men to get my bills paid, I wouldn't have a boyfriend. Because what's the point in having one boyfriend when I have a disposal of men out there that will assist me with getting shit done for me? And I'm going to stick with one guy who can't do nothing for me. And I got to hide from him so that I can eat? No, we're not doing that. I don't want to. If you don't want me camming, you got to take care of me so that I don't need to cam. And that's it. When you get older, you realize that they want is a muscular no. No, 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 no. Eh, You have women that like muscular guys, but be for real. Go on Facebook. Go on social media. Look at all the platforms of married women. Look at their boyfriends. Ain't none of their men muscular. And I'm talking about the unpopular couples. Not the Hollywood couples, but because the Hollywood couples, the man has to stay in shape for the public. He's not staying in shape for his wife. He's staying in shape for the public and for movie roles. He's not staying in shape for his wife. And the women are not staying in shape for their husbands. The women are staying in shape for the public and to maintain their jobs. That's the reason why Hollywood people are so toned and petite, because they need to keep that image to keep their jobs. Now, go and look at regular people and look at their husbands. Pot belly, beard, grays, thick, chubby. A woman likes a little meat to curl up into. I'm going to be laying on this hard ass rock for what? You got 6-pack all the way up to your nose. And I got to lay in all that hardness. I'm laying beside you in all that hardness. No, I want that gushy. I want that pillow top. I want that belly that I can go boo-doop, boo-doop. And some women, they want the tall, skinny guys. And the tall, skinny guys aren't muscular either. I'm sorry for a second guessing. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I remember that. I'm not sure I understand. I'm reading that right, or I'm understanding that correctly, as you mean to put it out. I'm sorry for a second guessing you. Oh, you're sorry for second guessing me. And so it's not has to do with second guessing. It's just not muscular, masculine. The only thing masculinity, the only thing that comes with is the protection. Just the protection. We just want to feel protected. That's all. We just want to know if we have a bad day, we can run into your arms. That's it. And you listen. You actually listen. That helps us to feel protected. We want to know that if we tell you that this pop off, you're ready to jump in them combat boots, and we run out, we ride at dawn to beat this piece of shit down. We gonna beat something down tonight. We just want to know that we ride at dawn. Like, you're gonna make me feel like we ride at dawn. If I come to you with a problem, we got a solution. Like, that's all that there is to most women. Not all, but most. So if you get that, James, you missed it. Todd was in here a while ago being an ass. Did you see when Todd come in here, James, being an ass? It depends. Firstly, for me, I like to get into their heads first. So if I have someone that is new to me, are women that you find unattractive? Really? I'm sorry to hear that. Maybe you need to change your lens. Maybe you need to stop looking at just the physical and go beneath, so that they can look beautiful inside. They can look as beautiful on the outside as they are on the inside. Maybe you should do that. For the question, as in a guy asking me to rate them. Firstly, when a new customer comes to me, I like to ask them, "Hey, how you doing? What's your name? What you about? What you like? What brought you to my room?" You know, I like to do what I call a quick synopsis, like a get to know you session, and then I'm like, "What you like? What you into? What you into?" And like what you into? And I'll be like, "What you into, Poppy?" And they will tell me some of the stuff that they're into. And from what they're into, I am able to grasp what they possibly will like. So if a guy randomly comes up and asks me to rate him from 1 to 10, um, firstly, um, you gotta, if a guy's just gonna come out the bat at me and ask me rate him from 1 to 10, I'm like, let me see, that's hot. I'm like, that's hot. And then I'll watch their demeanor when I'm like, that's hot. And if it's giving me a vibes, then I know that they want to be prompted to, they just want to be lifted up. So I'll be like, ooh, you so sexy, blase, blase. But for the most part of it, I like to do a mini get to know you session. And then after that mini get to know you session, I'm able to best know how to move forward with this person. And I normally like to say, ooh, you're new to me, aren't you? Like, that's how I started off. Like, ooh, I'm like, hey, how you doing? And then like, I'm good, how are you? I'm doing good. You new to me, aren't you? And they'll be like, yeah, I'm new to you. And I'm like, ooh, what brought you in? And he'll be like, oh, your picture, you're so sexy. Ah, thank you. So what are you into? Tell me some of your kinks. I want to know. And then by me opening up that discussion, then they'll tell me, so I will know if they want to be degraded or not. So even if they have a small ding-a-ling, I'll be like, ooh, you got a good size on you. Because I know you want to be propped up like that. But then if you tell me one of your kinks is to be a submissive, then I know you want me to berate you and drag your ass along the floor. You want me to tell you that I'm going to hold you by your ding and pull you across the room. That's what you want to hear. So that's what I'm going to tell you. But I got to get a feel for you first. I talk like a New Yorker. I talk like, I change my accent every single time. Like, I don't even know what I sound like sometimes. You miss your hood? Well, I don't know. Probably, I guess you have good times in the hood. There are good times to be had in the hood. It's scary, but there are good times to be had. So I can see behind that. But yeah, when it comes down to it, and I like to get a feel for my customers before I get into it. Because then I'm going into it blindly. I don't know who the hell you are. I don't know what you like. What if I go, you come out, you whip out a small little thing, and I'm like, ooh, damn, that's little. And then you get all embarrassed and hang up. I don't want to do that. Like, there's this one guy, I've never seen him since. He came in my chat with a micro peanut, a micro peanut. He came into my chat. He told me it was micro. I didn't believe him. I'm like, let me be the judge of that. Because you know how guys love to over exaggerate their thing. So he came in, he had a micro. I couldn't believe the first time I'm seeing a micro. And he's asking me, like, is it too small? What do you think? And I had to be like, and then come on back in camera. Like, I had to be like, but I didn't laugh so that he hears me, right? I just bust out laughing in silence. And then I just pull off the smile off my face, came back in camera and be like, it's not so bad. Oh my God. I don't know how I did it with a straight face. I'm going to hell. Oh my God. Oh, wow. Wow. I should make this a story time. I should really make it a freaking story time. This dude, he was on the heavier side, right? And I don't mind having a nice little pillow, having a nice little cushion. I don't mind that. Me personally, I like tall and slim. But I don't mind a cushion either. And he, wait, dating was extremely hard for a guy who was overweight, not muscular, not masculine enough, and no role model to teach him anything about the way of a woman. There was no women around you? There's no women around you, because that's the best person to teach you the way of a woman is a woman. That's the best person to observe. But again, like I tell you, you boys, you don't listen. You don't like to listen. Men can teach you how to be macho and masculine, but when it comes to matters of the heart and what a woman wants, you gotta get that from a woman. But yeah, like when I think about it, I probably have a couple story times in the back of my head. I haven't done a story time in a long ass time. Oh, I'm sorry to hear. I'm sorry. That's rough. That's rough. But was there no women in the community that you could observe? Sometimes it has to do with observing. Like you got to learn how to observe your surroundings. If you realize that the resources that are given to you is limited, the next resource that you have is your observation. You're never out of teaching resources. You need to learn how to observe. You need to observe people around you, things around you, and pick and choose. Like, I have people that I'm like, do you have to live this shit before you realize that you're doing it all wrong? Do you have to make, like, you literally just saw somebody made the mistake. Why would you want to go ahead and make that same damn mistake? Right? You saw what it did. You saw the outcome. You know what it is. But you want to go try for yourself still? That's dumb. You're wasting time, my guy. If somebody did something before you and they come back and they tell you about it, or you observe something, like a lot of things that I've learned over my years is just through observation. And that's one of the reasons why I'm so good at camming, because I learn through observation. I observe my clients that came in. And even though I can't see their faces, I can only read the messages that they send. I have specific questions that I ask in order to assess them, to give them the best experience that I can give. And some of them walk away not being satisfied because I'm not able to fulfill their desire. For example, if a guy comes in and they want two persons to be staring and pointing and laughing, I cannot provide you with two persons staring, pointing, and laughing, because I'm one person. I cam alone. I cannot provide you with that. Um, if someone comes in and they want me to role play as something that I'm uncomfortable role playing with, I cannot do that. I'm not comfortable doing that. I am sorry, but I will try to point them in a direction as to where they could go to find that. And you know what that does sometimes? Sometimes what they do is they will leave me a nice little tip for being so helpful, or other times they'll come back just to talk, because they feel like, when they're with me, they're with a human being that they trust. So because I helped them in the past, so they'll come back, and I get a reoccurring customer that we just chop it up, and I get paid to chop it up because I he had a problem and I solved it. So he keeps coming back because of that. So observation is your biggest tool. So if you don't have something and it's not in your immediate surroundings, then what you need to do is go outside and observe. And then you can pick and choose what type of life you want and how you would like to build that life. I see or wasn't masculine enough and should have force on my looks more. Focus on my looks more. You thought you was just one of the regular guys that would just eventually get a girlfriend? Sometimes it's not your looks, it's your personality. It's your personality because in order to gain a girlfriend, you have to approach a girl because no female is going to approach you. Like, yeah, you have one or two females that will approach you, but then you become their bitch. But if you want to play the dominant role in the relationship, you would have to start by exuberating dominance, which means you would have to be the one to go over there and say something. A lot of the times it's all about confidence. If you don't have confidence, then you're not going to... Listen, no one wants someone that is a drag. You seldom find people who are looking to fix people. Like they are out there. You have people out there that are looking to fix someone, but that's not someone who loves you. That's just someone trying to put you back together again. And if you somehow piece back together, then they're just gonna leave you and go find their next project. So the first thing you need to do is self-confidence. And once you develop your self-confidence, you can look anyhow. You just need to be confident and polite. I'm not saying you should dress like a slob, and I'm not saying that you should be 1,000,000 pounds overweight, but a nice fluffy size is just fine. You will get a girl. Like I said, go on Instagram, go on Facebook. Search through Facebook at all the random people that you see. Just random people, not famous ones, random ones. And you will see for yourself that ain't none of them look like a Beyonce. And ain't none of them look like a what? Tom Cruise or Idris Elba or what Thor. Thor. A Samoan man. Ain't none of them look like that. All of them look like a pumpkin patch, and they're married and they're happy. So it's mostly about confidence. Once you have that confident statue about you, they will come. Like, people will come around you. People will gravitate to you. Like, sometimes
it's 10:29 p.m.
I didn't ask you that. Like, sometimes you will have... Okay. I have this friend, right? She's a good friend of mine. Love her to death. She introduced it. Tango is the name of the fucking platform. She introduced me to... No, she didn't introduce me to Tango. Somebody else introduced me to Tango, and I met her through Tango. We're very good friends now, exchange numbers and everything. Now, when I met her, whenever she goes live, she has a bunch of people flocking to her room. She's energetic, she's vibrant, she's always dancing, she's this, she's that, whatever. And I log in, and I try to be that energetic and that, persona. And I still wasn't getting nobody to my room. So what I did is I stopped, because that wasn't me. That wasn't my personality. So I don't do that. We laugh and we giggle when we do broadcasts together. But when I'm by myself, that's not me. And I have to know that that's not me. type of person that will sit down and we will have a conversation, chop it up, and poke jokes. That's what I do. I'm not the girl that's gonna be like, play this music, and I'm all over the place, like, bouncing off the walls. Like, that's not me. That's her. And I used to, but before that, before I came to that conclusion, I used to be like, oh my gosh, she's making so much money, and I want to be making this money too, and I'm gonna try and do the things that she does. So every day I would get up and get dressed just like she get dressed, because we have each other's contact number. So we would contact each other when we were gonna get on, and I would get dressed and I would do that and whatever. And I will realize that I'm still not getting the same traction she's getting. And that's because I'm not being authentic. She was being authentic herself, and I was here trying to imitate that because I wanted what she had. I wanted to experience what she had. But what I needed was to do, I needed to know that slow and steady wins the race, and I needed to build my platform. That's what I needed to do. Oh, that's so sweet of you to say. Thank you. I'm glad that you find me to be. So then I realized I needed to be true to myself. I cannot be her. I cannot pull her crowd because I am not that person. I am me. This is me. I talk. I talk about facts. I talk about bullshit. I talk about anything that we want to talk about. It's just that I don't really like to do, I don't really go into anything biblical or anything political, because people kill for the Bible and politics, and I'm not going to go there. I want to live as long as I can live and enjoy my life as long as I can enjoy my life. And I'm not going to argue with somebody who's not willing to see my perspective, because I'm willing to see your perspective. Now, can you open your eyes to see mine? And a lot of people are just so closed-minded. So I don't discuss those things. And as you can see, I've been sitting here and I've been talking for the past almost 3 hours. So I got a gift of gab, basically. And I've been jumping from topic to topic based off what you guys said. And this is me. This is what I'm going to use to pull my audience, to pull my crowd. Because if I should pull the crowd that she's pulling by dancing and flipping off the walls, right? If I should pull those audience, how am I going to retain them? Because I cannot keep up with that, because that's just not me. You just got to be authentic to yourself whenever you're entering into any type of relationship, whether it be a friendship or a serious relationship. You need to be authentic to yourself. Even on these social media platforms, you need to be authentic to yourself. So if you are authentically a comedian, do that, be that. Because if you start off crazy and you can't maintain that shit, you're going down the hole real quick. So, hell, I've been doing YouTube for almost 3 years now, and I'm still not where I need to be, but I'm not going to change who I am, because eventually the people who should find me will find me, and we will mesh and have a good time and chop it up and just be crazy together, because I need to find my audience that resonate with me. I cannot rely on somebody else's audience, because my energy is not their energy. For example, Todd wanted me to be a pick-me. I'm sorry. There are a bunch of pick-me's out there. Why are you trying to turn me into one? Like, if we all were zombies, then this place it would be boring. Earth would be very freaking boring. So, the fact that we are all like that, I just can't close-minded people. You can be who you want to be, think who you want to think how you want to think, do things that are morally right, how you want to do things that are morally right. And I say that because I'm not going to say do things how you want to do things, because you have child molesters out there, and I'm not for that. Okay. Okay. So yeah, that's just what it is. Because don't try to be something you're not. Be you. If it takes you 10 years, 20 years, the right one will come to you. Just be you. You will eventually find each other. Well, like I said, Todd served his purpose. The universe sent him here for a reason, and that I'm completely fine with that. I'm not mad about it because there was one person. The reason why the name of my live is how to deal with what was it? Abusive customers. That's the name of it. Is because of this one particular subscriber that I have. She sent me a message, and so I said, you know what? I'm gonna make it the topic of this live broadcast, and so I did. And what Todd did, Todd came in and made himself a live living example, and I appreciate that because he gave us context, and that is a good thing. Like, this is what I'm telling people when it comes to not making people get under your skin, not having people bug you about certain stuff. Right. Because he was being very abusive. When he came in, it was mildly abusive, but it was abusive nonetheless. Because if you didn't like something, nobody was talking about doing anything that is illegal. So you didn't need to be up in here voicing your opinion on that. So you could have, if you find it to be boring on your end, what you could have done is just move along. Just there's so many. There's so many videos on YouTube. There's so many videos on TikTok. There are so, like, for me, if I'm not gonna comment, if I'm not gonna put a comment that is good, I just don't comment at all. That's me. Because if I don't like your shit, why am I helping you to prosper? I'm not gonna help you. I'm gonna move on. But he served his purpose. He came in, he was a live living example, and it worked out to our benefit. And I'm not gonna hate on Todd for that. What he should have done was stay to the end. Because, like, you're putting money in my pocket, Todd. How can I be upset with you? No, I'm not familiar with that. I don't smoke. I don't smoke. I'm not a smoker. I don't do anything that will get me addicted. The only thing I should be addicted to is myself. I'm obsessed with myself. Maybe that's why it's kind of hard to get under my skin, because I'm too wrapped up in myself to have you get under my skin. I don't know. But I don't do nothing that could cause addiction. I've drink coffee, but I don't drink coffee. I'm not a coffee drinker. I have smoked weed before, but I'm not a weed smoker. Um, I drink alcohol. My favorite type of alcohol is vodka, but I am not. I have a bottle of vodka there that I haven't touched in days, in almost a month now. I haven't touched it. I bought it a month ago, and I haven't touched it since, because I believe that I need to be in control of myself. I shouldn't have, no substance should be controlling me. Oh, it's a little bit like torture. Okay. Well, no, I'm not familiar with that. Oh, okay. Okay. I know. I guess I know what you're talking about, but I'm not familiar with the name. Like every time you bring a person to a point of orgasm and then you take it away, you stop so that they don't. I've done that before, but not as a form of punishment for nobody. It was just I was just wasn't ready to bust a nut, and he was ready, so we backed off and then started again, so that I could get mine. But yeah, so no, it's not something that it's not something that I've done. Oh, I'm getting sleepy, guys. I'm getting so sleepy. I'm getting tired. And I'm not gonna do this again until next Sunday. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get off here and I'm gonna go and take a nap. Well, I'm gonna go sleep. I'm not gonna take a nap. Why the hell am I gonna take a nap? I'm gonna go to freaking bed because I'm tired. I've been up 2 days straight trying to find out what school my son is gonna go to next, and haven't slept, and I'm beginning to get bags under my eyes, but because of the lights you're not able to see it, and I need to get rid of them by getting some sleep. You're just a naughty boy. That's what you are. See, that's the reason why this dude wanted a phone out of you. Because that wasn't a girl, that was a dude that wanted that phone. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna do TikTok lives as well. I don't know. Starting next month. I don't know. I haven't made up my mind yet. Where I go live once a week on TikTok. I was thinking about it. That maybe I'll do that. Thank you. Good night to you too. Thank you guys for your time, because you didn't have to spend the time with me, and I really appreciate you spending the time with me because it really does assist with my watch time, and I'm so grateful for it. That's the reason why I love you guys. I don't know if y'all believe it, but I don't say nothing that I don't mean. I fucking love y'all. Like, I love y'all. It's really nothing more to say, but I love the fuck out of y'all. I can't tell you. I get so excited when I see the notification, the YouTube notification that I have a comment. I get so freaking excited whenever I see it. And as soon as I see it, I respond to it. I respond to every single one of my comments. Unless YouTube hides it, I respond to every single one of my comments. So guys, I just really do appreciate y'all for sticking it out with me tonight. Y'all didn't have to do that, and you did, and I do appreciate you all for it. I've been up yesterday, night before last night, and last night I went to bed like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, and I woke up at around 9, 10 o'clock to get my day shit done. And that's because I've been on this freaking website all night, both nights, trying to log in to see if I can get the to see if I can get the freaking results to what school my son has passed. And it wasn't easy. It wasn't, I had to end up like trying to get in contact with a teacher to find out all that information. And I did, so I got it, and I'm glad that I got it today. And I didn't get to sleep at all today. So I'm extremely tired now, and I need to go to bed before my basket starts drooping down and getting darker. And I'm so proud of myself that I've been getting rid of all of my dark spots, because I've had dark spots all the way here, here, and under here. There, you can still see like remnants of them, but they're lighter now. So I've been working so hard to get rid of them. I don't want to, undo all that work. So again, thank you guys so much. Love y'all. Bye.